Well, hi there, guys. This is your host, ID Jester. Welcome back to our 2015 one and done playoff scenario here in Inside Pitch. This is our third game of the series, and let's check the scoreboard here from our tournament bracket. You can see here Baltimore. Yep, I hate how that always does that. No, don't. I don't want it full screen. I just want it right. No, right there. Oh, jeez, sorry. All right, so as you saw, Baltimore, if you watched video one, behind 4 home runs, took out Tampa Bay, the 16 and 17 seeds. Then we had the Cleveland Indians losing to the Arizona Diamondbacks 8-1. So we now have our participants in round two that'll be taking on our number one seed and our number two seed. So St. Louis, number one seed, will be taking on Baltimore, and our number two seed Pittsburgh will be taking on Arizona. Today's game is going to be the 8:25 matchup, second game in the North Division. Texas at 5:43. Texas at 5:43 is going to be taking on Milwaukee, the 4:20. So the 8 seed Texas will get the home field advantage. So we'll be playing American League rules today, and they also will be at home playing the game at home. So the 8 seed against the 25 seed there. So just keep everyone up to date on that. And here we go. So starting for your Texas Rangers today, it's going to be Colby Lewis. Colby Lewis is 17-9 with a 466, 204 innings, gave up 211 hits, 142 strikeouts, and 40 walks. He'll be going up against Carlos Gomez, the center fielder, Luke Roy, the catcher, Ryan Braun, the right field, Ramirez at third base, Adam Lind at first base, Chris Davis, the DH, Scooter Garnett, second base, Gerardo Pera at left field, and Gene Segura, the shortstop. And on the hill for Milwaukee will be Jimmy Nelson. When he's up, these will be the Texas Rangers. DeShields, center field, batting first. Elvis Anduras, second. Shortstop, Prince Fielder, the first baseman, batting third. Beltre, third baseman, batting fourth. Sinso Chu, right fielder, batting fifth. Josh Hamilton, left fielder, batting sixth. Mitch Moreland, DH, batting seventh. Robinson Chinuris, the catcher, batting eighth. And Rugged, I know how to pronounce it. When you see the words, you can't just let it flow off your tongue. Adore, anyways. And second baseman batting ninth. So let's go ahead, and we're going to be using the same rules again. Starting pitchers can stay in until they allow another base runner. Once they have zero rating left. All right. All right, and just to refresh everyone, we started our inside pitch baseball season set it all back to square one, so everything's at zeros, so the only information we'll have is actual real life stats. So let's get the show on the road here. Globe Life Ballpark in Texas, -2 in strikeouts, +2 in walks, nothing on home runs, and batting first day will be Carlos Gomez for Milwaukee. 255 and 12 home runs, 56 RBIs, and 17 stolen bases. So let's get the game on the way. A lot of fans waiting for this one here. Texas, Milwaukee. This is the 8 seed versus the 25 seed. So Kobe Lewis gets the sign, shakes it off, doesn't like that, and the pitch. By the way, I did turn off the sound in the game. I think it's just a little bit too loud. It has some really good calls, but half the time you're getting these music and all these other things, and I don't want to be flagged on YouTube for this, so you know. Anyways, so I just turned off the sound so that way we can just move on and not have to be interrupted. Anyways, Kobe Lewis with the 2-6 against the righty, possible strikeout, no strikeout. Gomez gets his bat on it 3-4 and flies it out to DeShields in center field. Look at our range here. Range for Texas, below average in left, below average in center, average in right, above average in third, above average at short, average at second, way below average at first, way below average at pitcher, and below average at the catcher. So 2, 4, 5, 6 down, 7 down, and only 2 up. So they're 5 below average. Let's see if that comes back to bite Texas. They don't have much range. All right, so one away, Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher. Let's see how he can do. 46. We got our ballpark effect right off the bat, so we're going to check out Globe Life Ballpark. Lucroy gets into 154 and gets himself a single into center right field. Again, I'm only going to use the strategy whenever it pops up, whenever it randomly is rolled. I'm not going to choose my own strategy for any team. All right, Ryan Braun. Ryan Braun is 25 home runs, 84 RBIs, and a 285 average. Still has a little bit of pop in his step. Oh, speaking of a little bit of pop, there is a pop going, and make sure 2-4, 2-4. All right, that is a home run by Ryan Braun here in the top of the first inning. And Ryan Braun connects deep into the seats there and shakes things up here for the number 25 seed Milwaukee Brewers. Still only one away. Aramis Ramirez, third baseman. Let's see if Kobe Lewis can settle down after giving up that home run. We have another ballpark effect. 35, that's another single. And Milwaukee is coming out hitting here in the first inning. Adam Lind, first baseman. He had 20 home runs, 87 RBIs, 277 average. Run, it looks like, oops, hit and run. I almost missed that. I'm not used to looking at the strategy because I play a lot of inside pitch myself and I just call my own strategies. So if I miss one, it's just I'm not trying to do it on purpose. So just keep that in mind. I'm used to calling my own strategies. So I'm trying to remember to teach myself to look down here whenever there's a base runner. Anyways, a little hit and run action with Adam Lind with Ramirez on at first. Let's see if this comes back to bite him or if this helps them propel them. We got a wild pitch situation. It's a pass ball, and on to second base goes Ramirez here. It's a catcher, Shinronis is unable to keep that one in front of him and goes all the way to the backstop. All right, Adam Lind still going here. Adam Lind, 1-5. Range play. We just talked about the range for Texas. Let's see if it hurts him. Man on second, 44. That is going to be a 13, so a double for Adam Lind, double. Oh, Hamilton in left field makes a diving stab, takes away a double and saves an RBI. Wow, great play by Hamilton. Great play. Josh Hamilton actually got the start over, I forget who it is that was also a consideration, but because he was a lefty, he got the start because there was two players that had a lot of left field action. So I gave Hamilton the start over, I can't remember who it was, because of his being lefty. So good managerial call there at this point as he robs a double off the bat of Adam Lind. Would have definitely scored Ramirez from second. All right, Chris Davis, 0 for 1, designated hitter today. Let's check out Davis's stat line here: 27 home runs, 66 RBIs, 6 stolen bases. Bats 4. How about 247? Colby Lewis and a 21. Range play at the ballpark. 62. That's going to be possible. Another single into center field. DeShields is there. 62. Can Shields take away the hit? No, he cannot. And runner number 1. All right, lead runner advances if roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner's base runner. On the trailing runner advances on the throw. So lead runner advances. So Ramirez comes home. He scores. And on the throw home from DeShields, Chris Davis, lead runner advances if the roll is less than or equal to. So S3 is less than or equal to. So Chris Davis goes to second on the throw home. And still 2 outs, another man aboard for Milwaukee. Scooter Garnett, second baseman. 6'3" and no strikeout. Scooter Garnett, 31. He's going to hit this one into right field. And let's see, what did they put down? 2 earned runs, I think that's right. All right, so 3 runs here in the top of the first inning. Milwaukee jumps out to an early 3-0 lead against the hometown Texas, but Texas has got quite some firepower. Jimmy Nelson is starting for Milwaukee. He was 11-13, 4.11 ERA, 177 innings pitched, 163 hits, 148 Ks, and 61 walks. So he was their, it was a decision of who to bring in, and so I looked for best winning percentage and best ERA and combined them, and Jimmy Nelson ended up getting the start today. So he was going up against DeShields, Elvis Andrus, Prince Fielder, Adrian Beltre, Sinso Chu, and the like. So DeShields here, 2 home runs, 25 stolen bases, 37 RBIs, 261 average. Let's find out how Milwaukee's pitcher, the windup in the throw, and this is against a righty, is going to be a walk. So DeShields is on first base. Elvis Andrus, shortstop. Doesn't look like any strategy is being called. And we got a 32 against the righty. That's being a ground ball hit over to Ramirez. And 6 is only play at first, so we're going to advance. Click here for no double play out at first. So go over to second. Over to second goes Delando DeShields, and he's feeling spunky. He takes off again, and he makes it. Stolen base by Delando DeShields, and he's on third with only 1 out. So pass ball or wild pitch could score him. 44. We got a ballpark effect for Prince Fielder. We didn't check out Prince Fielder's stats. 23 home runs, 98 RBIs, and a 305 average. So let's see how Prince Fielder, what can he do with this pitch? It's a 52. 52 flies it into left field. Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Roll a D6 less than the rating of the batter runner scores. So the sacrifice fly is a 1, less than the sacrifice fly rating of a 2. So just barely he's able to muscle it out, and sacrifice fly from Prince Fielder puts Texas on the board. 3-1, bottom of the first inning, 2 outs. Adrian Beltre, he had 18 home runs, 1 stolen base, 83 RBIs, and batted .287. And 26. No strikeout. Beltre. 62. He gets himself a single. He's aboard. Senso Chu. He had 22 home runs, 82 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, a 276 average. 276 average. 66 against the lefty. That's a blank. 45. That's going to be a ground ball hit over to Garnett for the ending play for the inning. So after one complete, we got a 3-1 ball game here as both teams coming out hitting here. Geraldo Pera, 51 RBIs, 14 home runs, 14 stolen bases, 291 average. So Pera, the left fielder, here comes the pitch, and still not a single strikeout yet. 64, and this is going to end up being a fly ball to Hamilton, one away. Gene Segura, 50 RBIs, 6 home runs, 25 stolen bases, 257, the number 9 hitter. Segura, 52, and 24. It's going to be fly ball to Chu in right field, two-way. And Colby Lewis has settled down a little bit, getting a few outs. 61, and a walk. A walk to Carlos Gomez, who was 0 for 1. Jonathan Lucroy was 1 for 1, scored a run. Let's see if he can continue his hot hitting. 52, another blank. 65, that's going to be a ground ball hit to Odor, and that ends the inning. Bottom of 2, Josh Hamilton, 25 RBIs, 8 home runs, 253 average. And Jimmy Nelson with the curve ball. We got a range play here, 1-4 range play, and it's hit to Garnett at second base, and he is able to make the play, just barely. Just able to get onto that ball before it got in the outfield. All right, Mitch Moreland, the DH today, had 85 RBIs, 23 home runs, stolen base, and 278 average. 278. The DH, 51. Moreland gets a bat on it, and it goes to shortstop for the out. That's 2 away. Robinson Chirinos, he has 34 RBIs, 10 home runs, and a 232 average. And the windup in the pitch, 56. Oh, it's nothing. Repitch. 52 against the righty. It's going to be a fly ball into left field. Ends the inning. So both pitchers settled down there in the second. On to the third, 3-1 Milwaukee. Ryan Braun, 46, a ballpark. We got a ballpark effect here. 42. Uh-oh, it's a home run effect. And the home run is going to be a 7, which falls into Ryan Braun's wheelhouse. Ryan Braun has been up twice today. He is now 2 for 2 with 2 home runs as he sends out another souvenir. And just like that, Milwaukee extends their lead 4-1. Ryan Braun having the game of his life here, 2 home runs in the first 3 innings. All right, Ramirez, 1 for 1, scored a run. 45. Still no strikeouts. These teams do not strike out much. He got himself a possible base hit, and he does. He's got himself a single, almost a double, but just a single. Ramirez lines one into center field, left field actually. No strategy. Adam Lind 0 for 1 today. 42. That will be, yes, it will be a automatic out for a pop fly to right field. So 1 away. Chris Davis 1-for-1 and an RBI. 36 error possibility. 56. It's going to be liner right to Honduras. No double play. No double play. Top of 3, 2 outs. Scooter Gurnett 0-for-1. Second baseman. 46. We got another Globe Life ballpark effect. 44. That's going to be a fly ball into right. That's going to end the inning, but they do score another one as Ryan Braun hits another home run, a single shot. All right. Rugid Ador is up. He is 61 RBIs, 16 home runs, 6 stolen bases, and a 261 average. I see if Jimmy Nelson continues his hot pitching from the last inning. Range play. We've not actually looked at Milwaukee's range, so average and left. Center field is above average. Right field is below average. Third base is below average. Shortstop is above average. Second base is average. First base is average. Pitcher's below average. And Luke Roy behind the plate is average. So they're 1 above, 2 above. They are exactly average in range. So a little bit better than Texas's range at this point. So range effect going over to somewhere. And another great play by the left fielder. Para takes away a single from Ruggiero and gets the out. Delando DeShields, who's 0-for-1 with a walk and scored a run. 42. 66, he flies out to left field. Elvis Enders, 0-for-1. 1-3. It's a blank. So he gets his bat on it, and it's headed out to third base. Ramirez makes the play. Ends the inning, and after 3, it's 4-1 Milwaukee over Texas. All right, Colby Lewis comes back out here, facing off against Para. Geraldo Para, the left fielder, 34. And 66, ground ball hit to Beltre, easy out. Segura 0-for-1 today, shortstop. 41, and still not a strikeout yet to be had by any pitcher. And this one also ground ball to Elvis there at short. Two-way. Gomez 0-for-1 with a walk. 31. And the ground ball hit to a door. 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of 4. Prince Fielder 0-for-1 with an RBI. 1-6, another range play. Prince Fielder, last time he hit into a range play, I believe. This time he's going to pop it up. He's going to pop it up to Garnett. And Garnett makes the play. Headed back into the outfield, and nice stop there. Beltre, 1-for-1 today. 1-4, another range play. Back-to-back range plays. 53. This is Braun, and he fails it. It's going to be a single. Single is in there. Sinso Chu 0-for-1 today. 66 against the lefty is nothing. And he's going to fly it out to center field. Two-way. Josh Hamilton 0-for-1. 43. Uh-oh. Possible home run. 6 does fall in the wheelhouse. Jimmy Nelson does give up a lot of home runs to left-handers, as you can see. Well, he gives up a lot of home runs altogether. But 1-13, and Josh Hamilton is going to put 2 runs on the board for Texas. And it is a 13, so just what he needs, just over the wall in, let's see, where did it go? Center field, just over the wall in center field. Gomez leaps up to try and make the play, and just 6 inches over his glove and Texas gets on 2 across the board there in the bottom of the 4th inning. So another good call to bring Josh Hamilton. That's his second. First, he made a great defensive play, taking away a double that would have scored a run, and now he's hit a 2-run home run. Mitch Moreland 0 for 1 today. 52 against the lefties, a blank. Mitch Moreland 1-3, and this time he grounds it over to Scooter. That ends the inning, but 2 runs on the board for Texas, and we got us a nail biter going into the top of the 5th inning. 4-3 Milwaukee. Well, Luke Roy is up first. He is 1 for 2 with a run. Wild pitch, nothing. Redo it. 32, and still no strikeouts yet. 32 lines it right at Beltre, makes the play. Ryan Braun 2 for 2 with 2 home runs, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs, and they're going to intentionally walk him. They want nothing to do with Ryan Braun, so they're going to just walk him. And can I click on that? Yes, we want to intentionally walk him. There we go. All right, no strategy. Let's see if Ramirez can make him pay for that strategy. 2 for 2 with 1 run. Colby Lewis. He wants to face the right-hander here. 21, range play at the ballpark. We got a double whammy here. Range play at the ballpark, 51. That's going to be hit to Honduras, one of their best defenders, and makes the play, and it doubled them up. So they walk them, didn't matter, ground ball double play to end the inning. And just like that, it's out number 2 and 3. We head to the bottom of 5. Bottom of 5, Robinson Chironis is coming up. He's 0 for 1 today. 26, and we got our first strikeout. It took to the bottom of the 5th inning to get our first strikeout. Adore 0 for 1 today. Second baseman. 25, and no strikeout against the lefty. 46 against the right-handed pitcher is going to be a ground ball to short. So 2-way. DeShields 0 for 1 with the walk and scored a run. 44, that's going to be a ballpark. Globe Life Ballpark is definitely, nope, that one is a fly out to right field. So almost a home run, just got under just a little bit too much. All right, top of 6. Lewis will face Lind, Davis, and Garnett. So Lind 0 for 2, 53, and he doesn't get his first strikeout yet. Yes, Colby Lewis still has not gotten his first strikeout yet. Ground ball to short, 1 away. Chris Davis 1 for 2 with an RBI. 34. 64. That's going to be a fly ball to center. And Scooter 0 for 2. Scooter Garnett, second baseman, 43. Another blank. We've had a lot of hit balls today. A lot of hit balls. Hits it, pops it up to Adore, who makes the play. And just like that, 1-2-3 inning. All right, Jimmy Nelson comes back out, hanging on to a 1-run lead here. Bottom of 6. Got the 2-3-4 hitters coming up. 63 and no strikeout. He's only got 1 on the day. 1 strikeout on the day and flies him out to center field. Prince Fielder 0 for 1. Also got himself an RBI. 64 and second strikeout. Jimmy Nelson gets the second strikeout against Fielder. Beltre 2 for 2 with a run. Do they pitch to him? 2 for 2. He only strikes out on a 1-6. I'm sorry, a 1-5 against righties. But he doesn't hit that many home runs either. So they'll take their chances with 2 outs and pitch to him. 33 against the righties, nothing. A 1-3 and another single, and Beltre's 3 for 3 today. 3 for 3, no strategy. Senso Chu, right fielder, 0 for 2, and he walks. And they have first and second with 2 outs. Josh Hamilton, last time up, cranked out a home run just barely. I guess it wasn't a crank out. It was a just over the wall home run. 1 for 2 with the home run today. They got a pitch to him. 56. Oh no, possible wild pitch. No, it's a pass ball again. Jonathan Lucroy cannot stop it. It's a pass ball. And second and third with 2 outs. Now they have an open spot to put Hamilton if they want to face Mitch Moreland. Hamilton was a 253. Moreland, they're both lefties. They could bring in a lefty and call Jimmy Nelson's day over. Let's take a look at who they have. They have Will Smith. He's played in 76 games. Throws left. 270. They're going to do it. They're going to bring in the lefty. And Josh Hamilton's, or Jimmy Nelson's day is done here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Holding on to a 1-run lead. Let's see if Will Smith can get that out. Here we go. 1-6, error possibility. Error possibility. 56 flies out to left field. Para, no error. So this is going to end the inning. 5-6 and no error. Ooh, it was a low roll too. So it could have caused some errors. Endurance, it would have been an error. Beltre would have been an error. Adora would have been an error. So, yeah, that 6 was dangerous, but they made the right call and brought in the pitcher just in time. I think Jimmy Nelson was running out of gas. And speaking of running out of gas, Colby Lewis, we're going to keep, let's see, he is a righty. He's got a lefty, then a righty, then a righty, then a righty, then a righty, then a righty. So they're going to try and keep him in as long as they can. All right, facing off against Geraldo Para, 0 for 2, 63. And Colby Lewis finally, it took him to the 7th inning, but he gets his first strikeout of the game. So he's now officially tired. So next runner, whether on base, whether it's a walk or a hit, will automatically cause Colby Lewis to be removed. 51, roll again. 4-3, 25, and look at this. It took to the top of the 7th inning, but he's got back-to-back strikeouts. Good thing they decided to keep him in there so far. Carlos Gomez, 0 for 2 with a walk. 0 for 2 with a walk. And he struck the side out. Colby Lewis strikes out the side. We're in the 7th inning stretch, bottom of 7. Milwaukee clinging to a 1-run lead. Mitch Moreland, who is 0 for 2 today. Do they leave Mitch in? Well, let's see who they have here. Let's see who. Do they have any power in the bench? Not really. No power. So they'll leave Moreland in. I think he has, 23 home runs and 278 average. So they'll leave Mitch in. No sense in pulling him yet. It's 1-2 and a strikeout. Will Smith comes in. Doesn't take him long to get his first strikeout. Robinson Chironis, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And a possible walk, and he walks him. So Will Smith The lefty is going to face Odor, the lefty. 1-6 error possibility. And it's a 2-5. It's going to be a single. Um, hit down the line. No error on the play. So they got first and second. And that'll be it for Will Smith, the lefty. That'll be it for Will Smith. They need the righty to come in. They're going to bring in Jeremy Jeffress. All right, Jeremy Jeffress. Jeffress. All right. DeShields 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Man on first and second. One out. No strategy. They need a big out if they need. Oh, and they walks him. Walks the bases loaded here. Bottom of 7. Bottom of 7. Elvis. They got a pitch to him. There's nothing else they can do. 45. Oh no. 17 though. No wild pitch. That was close. No wild pitch. I believe that's a re-roll. If you roll on the chart on the pitcher's card and it doesn't take effect, you re-roll. So we're going to re-roll that. 1-2. Oh, 1-2. No strikeout. 2-4. Uh-oh, ground ball. Well, the defense tried for the double play. They only have a 2 rating there. Well, the defense tried for the double play, second to first. They say no, they got to come home. He's got a base running a 2 as well. So I'm going to say no on that. They're going to come home. And grounded to second base. So looks like forced out at home. No, what? Quick out for out at. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, I see. They didn't. So why would they click for the out at first? Well, why wouldn't you go for the double play as opposed to you're gonna? All right, so it was a strikeout that missed, and then it was ground ball 4. Because I might have to redo this one, because that just doesn't make any sense, right? Out at first. Well, the run didn't score though, but it just shows him out at first. Still shows 4-3. The Shields walked, went to third, a door to second, grounded to second base, out at first. Two outs. All right, well, I guess. I don't know how if they had bases loaded. Do they not have bases loaded? Am I mistaken on that? I don't think I was. Not sure how the run didn't score if they went to first base. Infield single to first base. All right. Gironos went to second. Walked third and second. So yeah, it was the first, second, third. She grounded to second base, and he was out at first, but the run didn't score. Okay, I think they did the right thing because they would have come home with the play. So the run shouldn't have scored. That's why I was going to undo it. But I think in the long run, I think it worked out the way we should have had it. Anyways, Prince Fielder can still make this a moot point. Do they pitch? Do they pitch the righty to Fielder? The righty hits less home runs. He doesn't strike out as much against righties, though. I think you got to go for it and see. 42. Oh, didn't get the strikeout. 54. Uh-oh, that's going to be a single. That's going to be a single, and it's going to score. It's going to score a run. It's going to score another run. Coming around from second base to home is Adore. And DeShields is going on to third base. And Texas is taking the lead here in the bottom of the seventh inning. All right, Beltre, the righty, they're going to try and get Jeffress through this inning here against the righty. 2-5. He walked him on. No, I don't want to intentionally walk him. Walk. 5. 5 is less than 8. There we go. Okay, so he does walk him. All right, 3 lefties coming up. They're going to pull him. They got to bring in the lefty, Neil Kotz. Neil Kotz, lefty. They got to try and get out of this inning. They see their game slipping away before their eyes. They need a big out here. Neil Kotz needs a big strikeout or something. A range play. Senso Chu hits it to second base. Garnett, 50-50 shot at this. He fails the check. First, well, let's see. Prince Fielder's going to, he's on third. He will score. And going second to home on the single will be Beltre. First to third. Beltre went first, third, right, and then second to home. There we go. All right. Wow. And Milwaukee's pitching, unfortunately, has cost them dearly in this seventh inning. They cannot get out of this inning. They can't get that last out. Oh, my gosh. 1-1. Another single. And Senso Chu is going to advance first to third. And it's 8-4 as, oh my gosh, they put, 5 runs up in this inning? Oh boy. Milwaukee just praying for an out. Jeez Louise. And another possible walk? No, not against the lefty. 44. Farnley, the mercy. All right, well, Colby Lewis, they're going to pull him out. Let's see, we got 3 righties coming up, so they're going to pull out Lewis. They're going to bring in Keila coming into the game here. Righty, trying to get out 3 righties. Well, Milwaukee needs a rally now. They need a rally. Top 8, they got 6 innings. They got to get 4 runs back here or their tournament's over after it started so promising up until that 7th inning. Lucroy, though, he is 1 for 3 with the run. He could get things started here. 54 and a strikeout with a 1. Ryan Braun, they feel a little bit more comfortable to pitch to him this time with a 4-run lead. Well, pitch is nothing. Ryan Braun 3-5, and that's going to be a walk for Ryan Braun. And he feels spunky, he needs a steal. And he's got a stolen base for Ryan Braun. It's on second, so a base hit will score a run. Probably. He's got pretty good speed, or decent speed, I guess. Ramirez, 2 for 3. Can they rally in this inning? Can they come back and rally? Not yet. Ramirez, 61. He got himself a single. First to third goes Ryan Braun. He scores. And we got ourselves a 5-8 game. Milwaukee getting a couple hits in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, can either one of these bullpens hold the lead? That's the question. They got a lefty, a righty, and then just a couple more lefties. They're going to bring in Sam Friedman. Sam Friedman's coming in with all these lefties. Sam Friedman against Adam Lind. 0 for 3 today. They could use a big hit out of him. Against the lefty is nothing. Got his bat on it, and this time flies it out to right field. Two-way. Chris Davis 1 for 3. Has himself an RBI. 54. Range play at the ballpark. Things could get interesting here. 51. Ground off to Honduras, but he fails to make it. And stopping at second base is Ramirez. Stopping at second base is Ramirez. Scooter Garnett 0 for 3. He could make things interesting if he gets a home run. He didn't only hit 6. The lefty, though, Sam Friedman, the lefty, trying to get him out. 33. And that's going to be a single. Coming in to score is Ramirez. First to third, not high enough for Chris Davis. He stops at second, but it's 6-8, and it's not over yet. They're going to leave Freeman in to get this lefty out. They only need one more out. Let's see what happens. 2-6, ballpark. Geraldo Para, 3-6. He gets himself a single. Oh, what's happened here? 4. The roll is less than or equal to the runner advances, otherwise they hold. Whoa, and stopping at third base, Chris Davis on the single. Not very deep. So base is loaded here. Base is loaded, and that's it for Freeman, who came in and just got lit up. They're going to bring in the first righty that's not a closer. So it looks like Tanner Scheppers. Tanner Scheppers is going to come in, the righty. 0 for 3. 0 for 3. 257, 6 home runs, 25 stolen bases, 50 RBIs. Do they leave Segura in? They don't have anybody else really at short. Hector Gomez, or let's see, Hernan Perez, 263 at bats, but his defense goes way down to 2, so they're going to leave in Segura. He's a 9-hitter but all they need is a base hit, and they could have things tied up, or a triple would put them in the lead. So let's see what happens. Big play of the game right here. It's a range play. We talked about Texas's range at the beginning of the game. Oh boy, we'll come back to bite them. 24. It's going to go to Sinso Chu in right field. Let's see, does Chu make it? No, he doesn't. It's a 2, it's a single. So, lead runner advances, so scores and advances. And it's first and third, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. Tie ball game in the top of the 8th inning as Milwaukee, their bats come alive. Still 2 outs, man in first and third, and it's not over yet. They got great base running on the base paths right now. Carlos Gomez 0 for 3 with the walk and a strikeout. 255, 12 home runs. He plays center field. I'm not sure how many center fielders. Yeah, he's got 4 defense. They're going to leave him in there for the defense. All right, so let's see what happens. Gomez, 0 for 3, 55, and no, he does not get on the inning with the strikeout. 24, lines it mercifully right at Beltre, who ends the inning. But they have 4 runs and 5 hits, no errors, and we got a tie ball game. We're going in the bottom of the 8th inning. All right, let's see. Lefty, got a righty and then a lefty, so they're going to leave him in there and see if he can get this righty out to try and face off against that lefty. 3-4. He walked him. He's going to face that lefty, Regned Adore. I know that's not how you say it. I'm just trying to have it roll off my tongue. All right, 1 for 3, Adore, 24. Error possibility. Let's see. Where's it hit? 33. It's hit to Ramirez, who has a 7. No error. Is it going to be a ground ball double play? It is a ground ball double play. Their only chance is a 1. A 1 is rolled. A ground ball double play. An awesome defensive play by Ramirez. Does not have the error. Lines it over to Garnett, over to Lind, and it's a 6-4-3 double play. And that really holds Milwaukee in there. All right, the lefty's done. He did his job. He got Adore out. Got a couple righties coming up. So in comes Jonathan Broxton. Jonathan Broxton comes in. He's going to face off against DeShields. 2 outs, bottom of 8. 1-5. No strikeout. These strikeouts have been hard to come by today. 35. Fly ball, the lazy fly ball to left field. Top of 9, Jonathan Lucroy, 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Peppers is a righty. They're going to leave him in. Righty on righty. 54. And he gets a strikeout. Ryan Braun, do you pitch to him? God. He's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs, an intentional walk. With 1 out. Do you go after Ramirez instead, though? I think he goes after him. He can't hit 3, can he? He can hit 3. 35. He can't, he can hit 3. And Ryan Braun says, "Take that for pitching at me, you fools." Bam! 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. Wow. All right, Ramirez, 3 for 4. Yeah, I mean, that's why you had to pitch to him because, I mean, what are you going to do? Put Braun on and then have Ramirez come up who's 3 for 4? Also a righty. Who do they have? They could bring in Anthony Bass. Anthony Bass, 450. It's twice as bad as what they have in right now. So they're going to try and leave Shepard in as long as they can to face these righty, lefty, righty. All right. Ramirez, 6-6 error, possibility in a ground ball. Let's see where it goes. It's hit to center field for the out. Adam went 0 for 4. We are going to check him out for first base here because I want to see if there's anyone that played a lot that's available that might have better defense than him. Yeah, Lynn's a 3-2. Yeah, no, I don't see anybody better. So we'll leave Lynn in even though he's not having a good day at the plate. 4-2. Uh-oh, ballpark. Ballpark effect here. 45, and that's going to be hit into center field. 5, that is almost a double. It's a single again. A single for Lind, and he's got himself a hit. No strategy. Chris Davis 2 for 4. And they're going to pull Shepard here. They're going to have to put in Anthony Bass, see if he can Stop the bleeding here in the top of the ninth inning. It's not over, though, because you got the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Texas in the bottom of the ninth inning. Chris Davis would love to extend their lead out a little bit more than 1 run. Let's see if he can do it. 35. He strikes out. All right, so bottom of 9, 2, 3, 4 hitters, righty, lefty, righty. Well, you know what Milwaukee's going to be doing? They're going to be bringing in Francisco Rodriguez, 38 saves on the season, the 38 save man, 2.21 ERA, 62 strikeouts in 57 innings. But he's got to get through the 2, 3, and 4 hitters if Milwaukee wants to advance. Great game so far. 9-8, bottom of 9. Elvis Enduris, 2-2-0, and he flies out to left field. Prince Fielder, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. 42 against the lefty is a blank. 42, 26, he flies out to right. All right, now comes the play of the game. What do you do with Beltre? If you intentionally walk him, that brings the winning run up. And since No. 2 hits it out, yeah, but I think you gotta intentionally walk Beltre. He's 3 for 3 with the walk. Take your chances, I guess. Right, with 2 outs, you pitch to Beltre. Right? No, I can't imagine that. 287, 18 home runs, 3 for 3 on the day. You can't let their best player beat you. So we're going to intentionally walk him. And I don't think it matters what I click on, but let's see if we can find one that's a walk here against the righty. A walk. Where the hell's the walk? That one? There we go. No, actually, I don't want that. I want to do this and then click on this one. Do I want to intentionally? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Because this way it'll show up in the stat line as an intentional walk. If I do the regular walk one and then I click the walk, then it won't show as an intentional walk. So, yep, we're going to intentionally walk Beltre. It might come back to brightest, but, I mean, you can't let their best player with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth inning with 3 open bases. I mean, it'd be a different story if there's a man on first or second. All right, Francisco Rodriguez against Sin So Chu. Well, this is going to see who goes on to round 2. Sin So Chu needs to save Texas, or the 25 seed Milwaukee will have our first upset of the tournament. Let's see what happens. It's a 6-3, and we have as a ballpark effect, which is very, very apropos, because there are a lot of home run checks on that. But we've had just a ton of Globe Life ballpark effects, ton of them. So it's very apropos that possibly the last out or the deciding out, anyways, comes off the ballpark check. Let's see what happens. 21. Oh, he got himself a hit. 21. That's a 6. 6 is a double. And whoa, Beltre cannot come around and score from first base. Just missed it. So second and third now. And they go up against the lefty, Josh Hamilton, who's already hit a home run, but you can't pull your closer, can you? Not with a 1-run lead. Second and third, though, base hit and you lose it. But yeah, I mean, who are you going to pull? Who are you going to put in? You got to leave the closer in. He's got to get that last out. All right, I mean, here it is. Josh Hamilton, 2 for 4, 1 home run, 1 run, 3 RBIs, trying to save the day for I keep trying to call him Houston, but it's Texas, wanting to save Texas here. The number 8 seed in the tournament, 35, and Josh Hamilton swings at a 2-2 pitch, misses it, and Milwaukee, the 25 seed, comes all the way back from 8-4. Was it 8-4? Or they were losing 8-4, I believe. Comes all the way back and pulls it out in the 8th and ninth innings. He scored 5 runs in the, I believe it was 5 runs. We better save these game statistics first before I click on anything crazy to check this out. But what a game number 3 turned out to be. Let's check this out. The winner was Jonathan Broxton. The loser, Tanner Shepers. Francisco Rodriguez gets the save. Ryan Braun, 3 home runs. Some people are going to complain that I pitched to him there, but I mean, seriously, he had to. And Josh Hamilton with 1. Let's look at the game stats here. Obviously, MVP of the day, Ryan Braun, who went 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. But I mean, yeah, that definitely hurt Texas. But it was all that. It wasn't just Ryan Braun that scored those runs in the 8th inning. Let's look at the play-by-play. Let's check out that 8th inning again. That's what really there. It's got to be this. Maybe it was the top of the 7th inning. No, that's when Texas. No, wait, that's when. Yeah, okay. So no, that's when Texas scored all theirs was the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th inning, it was Lucroy struck out. Ryan Braun walked. Ryan Braun stole second. Ramirez singled to center. Ryan Braun to third. Ryan Braun scored. Freeman relieved Keela. Adam Wynn flied out to right. Chris Davis singled past the short. Ramirez to second. Garnett singled past the pitcher. Ramirez to third. Chris Davis to second. Ramirez scored. Parra singled to left field. Chris Davis to third. Scooter Garnett to second. Tanner Shepers relieved Sam Freeman. I mean, it wasn't just because we left one pitcher in there. You could see I was trying to get somebody to get that out. Segura singled to right. Chris Davis scored. Scooter Garnett to third. Parra to second. Scooter Garnett scored. And 4 runs. 4 runs in the 8th inning to come back. And then in the top of the 9th inning, Ryan Braun says, go ahead and pitch to me. I'll hit you 3 home runs. And the number 8 seed falls to the number 25 Milwaukee Brewers. The Brew fans out there, shout and cheer. You're on to the second round. You're going to play the winner of the New York Yankees and the Miami Marlins in the round 2, but you have advanced into round 2. Congratulations, Milwaukee. The 420 winning percentage. The number 25 seed takes down the number 8 seed, and we got ourselves the first upset of the tournament. Wow, what a game! That's all I have to say. And Ryan Braun, who said Ryan Braun is washed up, man? Wow, what a day, what a game for Ryan Braun. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. It doesn't get much better than that. Action-packed, exciting, and nail-biter down to the wire. I loved it. All right, guys. See you guys in the next one. Oh, yeah, just to let you guys know, who do we have coming up in the next one? We have the number 7 seed, the New York Mets. Oh, let me bring this over so you guys can see this. Nope, don't enlarge. I don't want you to enlarge. Thank you. So we have game number 2 will be the number 7 seed, the New York Mets, with a .556 winning percentage against the 26 seed Colorado Rockies with a .420 winning percentage. So the .556 New York Mets against the 26 seed Colorado Rockies. This will be a National League rules game, and it will be held in Mets Stadium. So be sure to tune in for the 7:26 and see if we can get another upset. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.